I am your host, Debbie, here to help you get in the know about Waco. So this week, we're going to be talking about the Coats and Cocoa Drive starting this Saturday, and they're also going to be doing a park cleanup. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Bledsoe. I am with the New Black Collective, a local nonprofit. We're going to be having a coat drive on November the 28th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, from 2 to 4 p.m. at Indian Spring Middle School. Black Friday will also have a park cleanup at 10 a.m. at Oscar Duke and J Park.
All right, awesome. And go ahead and tell me a little bit about you. What brought you to Waco? Are you a Waco native?
Yes, I'm a Waco native, so I was born and raised in Waco. I am a University High School graduate. I left after we graduated high school, and I pursued my bachelor's degree at University of North Texas. I stayed away for a little bit, but last year, after meeting with my friends a lot, we decided to start a nonprofit, and it kind of was birthed out of the desire to give the children in Waco a different experience than what we had experienced growing up here. Giving them an opportunity to see people that look like them in a closer age range. That was really big for us. Do positive things and be a light for them. And so we partnered with Indian Spring Middle School last year, and we're also doing it this year, Transformation Waco. So Adopt the School is kind of what we did. And we did the coat drive. We did a back to school drive, coat drive, and we also did the Black History program with them. And so our hope is to be able to develop more programs with them so that the kids are able to get some new types of experiences in Waco and develop different initiatives that will give them more of a cultural, educational experiences.
Yeah, and how do you think this has impacted the Waco community?
It's been amazing. We weren't sure how it would go, but it's gone better than we could have ever imagined. The community has been very welcoming to the nonprofit and also very helpful. We've grew a network that we don't even know how it happened, but we're like, thank God, because we needed the help. And so our network has grown so much, and we were afforded many different opportunities just by developing that network. I don't know if you're aware of our podcast, or Change Waco.
I was going to tell you to shout it out. Shout it out.
Yes. So just being in our network, we were able to help initiate Change Waco, and from Change Waco, Stories of the Streets was birthed. So that's been amazing as well, and it just gives us an opportunity to create safe spaces for not only the Black community, but everyone that's been through something that they want to come talk about, that may be oppressive, or just situations that they personally feel kind of held them back. So it's been a blessing, not just for the guests to be able to come and talk about their experiences, but for WR and I as the host to be able to create that safe space where people feel comfortable enough to talk about whatever it is, whether it be politics, domestic violence, or racial profiling, anything, whatever it is, they can come talk about that as long as we keep it cute and nice. But it's been rewarding, to say the least. I think that this has been the most purpose-filled thing that I've done in my 29 years. To be able to make people feel loved, even if they don't know you, I think that's the greatest reward.
Yeah, and what are some things you would like to see in the Waco community?
I would like to, and WR and I talked on this on our upcoming episode, Stories of the Streets. As far as the Black community is concerned, I would really like to see us bring back the culture. Growing up here, I know in my early years, at least from the age of 5 to about 15, Waco was really big. At least the Black leaders in Waco were really big on Black history, and we had like the step shows and the Black history programs, and they were very popular. And now it seems like that's kind of dwindled down, and we don't see as much. There are some, but not as big as they used to be. So I would like to bring back the culture for us, because I feel like in order for us to progress, we need to know where we come from. Even if it's not the prettiest past, we can grow from it and teach the children, because I'm sure they're not really learning school, teach them where they come from and why it's important for them to do well. I would also like to see more unity. The protests that Devi R and Black Sit put together this year were one of the first visual representations of unity that I've seen in my entire life, just being a Waco native. And it was beautiful to me because normally I'm used to segregation. I lived in East Waco, and we didn't see many people outside of our race over there, to be quite honest. Like, we would see people at, like, the corner stores because they own those stores, but other than that, our neighbors looked just like us. And so it was really refreshing to see people of all different colors unified for a common purpose, a common good. So I'd like to see more unity. And also, I would like to see, this is a really big thing for me, being from East Waco, but it's great that there's development over there, but one thing that I am struggling with is those are my family members, and they're trying to push them out of those neighborhoods. And you come into a neighborhood that no one was interested in 10 years ago, and you all of a sudden have this crazy interest in building and developing over there, and they want to call it urban development when it's really gentrification, and I have a problem with the titles that they're using. So I would like for there to be an honest conversation about what's going on, because you're dislocating, displacing these people who are, let's be honest, over the age of 60. They've been there their entire lives. That's all that they know. Their families were there for generations. You want to buy their neighborhood, but you don't want them your own. So where are they supposed to go? And not only are you trying to buy them out, you're trying to lowball them. I had someone text my grandmother, because we still have my great-grandparents home, and he was like, I'll give you $20,000 in cash. And I was like, are you nuts? That's not even the property value, and that's not the appraisal value either. And so I would like for there to be an honest conversation about, okay, say they get bought out, where are they supposed to go? What are they going to call home? They can't afford to live in Woodway. They can't, Belmead is overly populated, so it's like those types of conversations, because I feel like until we start addressing these issues head on, it's going to create more chaos, and the unity that we're all looking for is not going to happen, because you keep on causing division by saying, oh, we're developing, it's for y'all, but as far as I've seen, everything that's come over there is not something that those people are used to doing, and let's be honest, they're not going to learn or grow to want to do those things. So I think taking care of the people that kept that neighborhood going for generations is step one. So I think that's the last thing I want to see in Waco. It's just more transparency, more honesty.
And you guys are partnered with the African American Chamber of Commerce, correct?
We are not partnered with them yet.
Well, I know you guys have worked with them.
Yeah, we've worked with them. So we worked with them during Juneteenth, and some of the other Black organizations in Waco. And so we all worked together to do an 8-day campaign. And basically, the 8 days were based on numbers that were important to the Black Lives Matter movement. So we posted at certain times, and the 8 seconds for George Floyd, like, it was really detailed. And so we partnered with the different organizations, and we spearheaded that for one because we're like one of the millennial groups, and so it was important for us to reach our generation, because we seem to be one of the ones that have kind of a harder time getting involved with policies and public issues. And so that's kind of why we were at the forefront of that. But yes, that's one of our networks that we have created. The Chamber has been awesome to us. We're still in the stage of laying out our groundwork and trying to see, what we really want to focus on and bring to the Waco community. So that's the only reason why it's not just like official, but we are all, we all partner on different things, and we all work together as much as we are able to.
Yeah, and I know you already talked about this, but what are some of the past events and activities that you've held in the community?
We did the back to school event, we did the code drive, we've done Black History program, we have also done a credit seminar, and that is something that we're going to be really big on, is teaching financial literacy within the POC communities. So I think people know about all of the other stuff, but they don't really know about, the credit seminars and the home buying seminars that we're going to be bringing to the community. But those are the things that we want to do under our 3 pillars. And so I think that, I try to talk about it on the podcast as much as I can, but until people see it in their face, then it'll be different. But that is one of the most important things that we want to focus on.
Yeah, and tell me about, I know you guys are working with Keep Waco Beautiful. Tell me more about the park cleanups.
Yes, so, and I pursued to stay in the East Waco community. I was like, we need to adopt a park. And I looked at the list, and I was like, I really hope it's the park in East Waco. I wanted the Brooklyn Park because it's closer to where I grew up. But it was already taken. And I kept looking, I was like, okay, the Oscar Duke and J Park. And I was like, that would kind of be perfect because it's in the heart of East Waco. And so that's what we decided on. That's what we did. And so it was very important for us to take care of something that took care of us. We spent many of our summers before the park was renovated at that pool. Some of us went to Carver. Some of us went to Church of Living Word and just, grew up in that area. And so it was very important for us to be able to give back more than once a year in an area that, kind of helps cultivate who we are. And so the park cleanups are an opportunity, again, for us to be unified with the community. We have people from all walks of life that come out and help us clean up. And so I love having the park to take care of. I even ride by if we don't have a park cleanup to make sure it looks okay, just because I want to make sure, okay, we adopted the park, and even if we're not having a cleanup, does it look nice? And I think we all kind of do that, and we were like, oh, I went by the park today. And so that's something that's important to us because we're really big on service and giving back. And so if we can help Waco in that aspect, then that's what we want to do. And Keep Waco Beautiful has been very, very good to us, and they've been really sweet and helpful along our journey because we've had some stumbling blocks, especially with COVID going on, but rescheduling the park cleanups and stuff, they've been very helpful with that and, suggesting, okay, well, maybe we can do it this, and maybe we can do it. May not want to do it now because COVID is rising again, and we're like, okay, we'll take y'all's advice.
Yeah.
And so they've been really great.
Well, Corona permitting, what are some things that you guys would like to do in the future?
Well, Corona just decides to go away. We have a lot that we want to bring to the community, and like I said, education is one of our pillars, and it's one of the most important things that we want to do. And so as far as developing new initiatives for the kids, we're really big on STEM, and so that's something that we want to work to develop for the city of Waco, because I know that it may not be readily available right now. But if we can create that initiative and have a program set that is free to the kids, and fund it, and we get those donors to fund it, that's something that we want to do. And also we want to be able to give scholarships to graduating seniors.
Wow, that's really amazing, and you guys are doing so much for our community. Tell me how people can get involved.
You can get involved by going to our website. It's www.newblackcollective.org, and we have a tab that says volunteer. We are also available on Facebook as the New Black Collective, Instagram as the New Black Collective, and Twitter as New Black Collects. We can be reached at 254-626. That's not the number. 254-262-6282. And really, social media is the easiest way to contact us. I try to respond to all the DMs as much as I can.
I just slid in your DMs. That's how I got in contact with you.
Yes, so I try to be responsive in our DMs. It may take us a while because we are still full-time workers and adults, but we try our best to be responsive. And also you can email us, newblackcollective@gmail.com or info@newblackcollective.org.
All right, and shout out the podcast where we can find it, everything about it.
Okay, you can find Stories of the Streets, which is starred by Rogue Media and sponsored by the New Black Collective, Black Scent, and Change Waco on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as Stories of the Streets, and we're also on Instagram as Stories of the Streets.
All right, awesome. And now go ahead and give me some shout-outs. Anyone you want to shout out? It could be your mom, it could be your friends, it could be anybody that's helped you along the way. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I wasn't prepared for this. I guess my team, first of all. My other team member is Ebony Joyner. Shaquella Warren and Kevin Thomas. Those are the other co-founders of the New Black Collective. Of course, my mother and my entire family. I won't even start naming people. The people, my village, my tribe. Yes, shout out Kevin for not being present. Mike just reminded us that Kevin was supposed to be here talking to you guys as well, but Kevin,
he was in H-Town
in Houston right now, and he could not be here to talk to you guys. But yes, my tribe. I try to keep a tight circle around me that keeps me focused, and so my friends as well.
All right, awesome, and thank you so much for coming on. We're so excited for the Coat and Cocoa Drive and the park cleanup, and also a coat giveaway. So exciting!
Yes, I forgot to mention the drop-off site.
Oh yeah, mention those drop-off sites. Go ahead.
So we have one drop-off site right now. It's Greater Zion Missionary Baptist Church. I don't know the full address. I don't want to lie to y'all, but you can Google it.
I'll put it in the description.
Yes, I will get the information for y'all, and it'll be in the description. But that is our only drop-off site right now, just because COVID, and we didn't want to overdo it because we want y'all to be safe, and we want to be safe. But come out and see us.
All right, awesome. And again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into this week's podcast. This is your host, Debbie, signing off. Now that you know, go. Just go, Waco.
This has been a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.